should have got all that.
I know. I thought about posting it too.
You want us to set up the phone? Are you trying to get you?
No, I was just going to put it like right here, but I didn't. You know, you always like don't know where you're at. So I think it gets me right there.
Yep, it sure does.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
It looks good. All right.
Let's do this.
Okay. Low.
Just.
Tell me how your week was.
It was good. I always have to like pause and think about it because I feel like so much is going on right now.
I know. I really wanted to bring up the weather, but this is going to be like 2 weeks from now.
Well, 2 weeks ago.
We almost got swept up by a tornado.
It was right over Destiny's. No, literally.
My
The
house?
funnel. Yes. The funnel.
I didn't know.
The funnel was right in between Dust and I's house. It was right over the HEB that is right in between us. But I was just like, man, it went right between us.
I know.
That's crazy.
I was watching it the entire way, and I was like, they keep mentioning El Dorado. Lauren lives right off El Dorado.
Yeah, they were like, it's coming down El Dorado.
And then, so like all of our family is very different. And so Lauren's in the photo, and they're like in the closet, just like bunkered down and
smiling. But I'm over here like.
And then we're sitting on the couch, and Ryan's like,
I know. I told you that would send me over the edge because anytime there's been a tornado watch or warning or anything and Gabe falls asleep, I get so mad.
Do you?
Yes, because I'm like, you're supposed to be the one like protecting us, and like I'm so scared of tornadoes.
So am I. I will tell you that I'm very scared. Like at first it was raining, there was no sirens, so I was like, cool, like we're good.
Yeah.
And then the sirens came, and I was like, okay, so I may not look like I'm freaking out, but I don't like tornadoes. So I really need you to tell me where it is.
I immediately took a Xanax. I went into the closet with my kids, and I was just like, it's all good. It's all good, guys. We're going to be fine. But I didn't get to finish my sushi, which was the real tragedy here.
Wait, why not? Why didn't you go back and finish it? Just stay in the closet all night?
No, we were only in there for like 30 minutes. But by the time it was over, I was like, I had no appetite.
Oh, I thought DOG had already gotten up on the counter.
No, he was in the closet with us, of course.
Dang DOG. Yeah. Well, yeah, my week's just been busy.
Yeah.
Nothing fun to report on that one.
Well, by now, all of our kids are out for the summer, so we're going to be even more busy.
Yeah, softball starts.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm going to be real brown.
I know. I was about to say, I'm ready to go get a tan.
I'm going to finally be... Well, actually, I am kind of dark now. You know, got a little bit of tan.
You are.
I turned my natural color this summer.
Your natural color.
Except for my face, I've learned. And you know what? Let's roll the intro because we have someone here to help us with our faces.
Test. Can you hear me?
It's Dest and Lo, and this is the Did We Really podcast.
Killed it. I love it.
I want the tea. When you give me a story, give me the tea. Okay. Are we ready? Chug it.
Dude, this stuff is so good.
What is that?
It's adaptogenic like drink with like
It's can.
This one's one of my favorites. It's like morning time, but it's like caffeine, saffron, turmeric, collagen, vitamin C, D, zinc.
Vitamin C, D, B.
Yeah, all of it. But it's my favorite. It makes me feel good. It says, make cause smiling at strangers.
Oh,
Thanks, Bella Hadid.
Actual sunshine.
Literally. Yeah, it's good. Anyways,
I was expecting
I'm
like
on my mocktail like, grind right now, so. Is she FaceTiming me right now?
Hold on. She's going to show me. Okay. Yeah, it's good. I love you. Bye.
Like a baddie, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
3 votes. Yes.
Okay. Love you.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
I'm leaving that in.
Do I look like a baddie, guys? And that's what raising a teenager looks
Yes.
like.
And it doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, guys. So if you didn't notice, we had a new voice on the podcast.
Oh, yes. If you can hear in the background by now. Today, we have Linda.
Hi.
It's so nice to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
As we said, speaking of keeping our faces fresh, I think we have someone here that's going to maybe give us some tips and tricks. Hopefully.
I got some in my back pocket.
Okay,
And some tea. Always a little bit
I got a lot of tea.
Yes! I'm so excited.
The tea is teaing today.
Okay, Linda, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers?
Well, my name is Linda Buch. First of all, thank you for having me. I am the aesthetic laser queen on Instagram and all my social handles. But let's see, where do we start? We want to go like 1999 or just like...
I mean, I'll take it.
I love that.
Let's see. 1999. I'm just kidding.
Where did it all start?
Right?
Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Right? I know. That's how I was feeling. I was like, where do I start? Well, let's just say fast forward to when I got my aesthetic license. I kind of was in nursing school. And I cried every day when I was doing my clinicals, wiping people's butts bedside, and that was not for me. So finally I was like, hell no, I can't do this. And I met a dermatologist, and she kind of just, I was crying in the break room, actually. Let's just be honest. There was a lot of crying at one point. And she said, honey, there's more to this. Like, you do not, if this is not your passion, don't do something that is not your passion. And that is something that's kind of like resonated with me forever.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, she's so right. Like, I was doing it, one, for all the wrong reasons, right? And because I was told that I had to be someone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we've all kind of been in that, but be someone, have a title of some sort. And then when she said that to me, I was like, yeah. So then she just said, why don't you come and shadow at my office, and, we can maybe figure out a way to like put you through. And I was like, put me through where? Like, what are we doing? Right. So I said, okay. So she gave me her address and everything. The next day I was there ready. I was like, okay, well, let me see before I quit nursing school here. Yeah. And that was the time when like Botox had kind of launched, and they were using it more for cosmetic purposes versus therapeutic. And I loved it. She was like, we're going to do this for fine lines and wrinkles. There's like chemical peels. He's like, you can do esthetician work. You can do this and that. And I was like, wow, like this is great. They were seeing a lot of patients a day. It was happy. People were happy. They were just coming in with rashes, but not like,
Yeah,
you weren't
wiping their butt. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I could do this. So I didn't quit right there. I did finish my clinical, but then I was just like, this is just not. And my husband was like, no, if that's not what you want to do, then, follow your passion. And then she kind of just guided me, and she was like, you need to go to esthetician school. You need to find a school that kind of can give you what you want in that sense. And I slowly just kind of took it and ran with it. And I was like, I'm going to do this. So fast forward, got my esthetician license. And then she was like, I'm going to concentrate on having kids and a family. So I'm not going to bring in cosmetic stuff. And I was like,
but
I did all this already,
You said.
But you said. Anyways, fast forward, I had to find another dermatologist. That being said, and I just kind of did the same thing. I kind of restarted over. Mm-hmm. He had all the bells and whistles, kind of promised me the world, like, you do this and I can, give you the lasers and everything else. So I just kind of ran with it. I built his aesthetic practice for years. And then after that, I started teaching like colleagues of his. And then a lot of the sales reps would come in and be like, can you train this customer, or can you talk to this customer? And I just kind of like, I didn't have a mentor at that point. So I was like, I'm either going to fail, and I can't fail, right? Because I quit nursing school. So someone's going to come at me.
Yeah.
And then I just started like reading everything front and back and getting my hands on anything I could to read and, be the best in the industry. And then after that, I got a job with a laser company. And then fast forward 10 years, I worked with them for 10 years. I trained and worked kind of like just doing all their training and sales and things like that all over the world. So I've kind of done Latin America, Europe, China. I mean,
and you're taking you everywhere.
Teaching people.
And I'm teaching med spas and doctors and surgeons and a little bit of everything, how to utilize their equipment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We love lasers.
I do too. So that's kind of like my background and my story and how I kind of started on this. And then now I worked for the laser company, did all of that. And then I was like, I keep building everybody's world and I keep like, helping them build their dream. But what really is my dream? At some point, you've kind of plateaued in your career that you're like, what are you doing? What are you building, right? What does Linda want? And so I went to dinner with one of my friends and she was kind of struggling and kind of going through a little career change as well. And she was like, let's open a med spa. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, let's open a med spa. And I was like, okay. 2 margaritas in, okay? Spicy ones.
Always.
With extra jalapenos, okay?
Dang, you're spicy.
You're sweating there, making decisions.
And have y'all ever built, I don't know, with your friends, you always like, oh, we should do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many?
All the time.
Okay, how many businesses did you build with your friends?
None.
One. We're here now.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about
all of it. Yes, everything else.
Like,
I mean, because you feel like you have so many great ideas, and then you're like, yes, we're going to do it. And you wake up the next day and you're like, back to the normal routine. Yeah. I'm not getting back on that.
It's the margaritas always.
Exactly. The spicy ones. I was like, I was kidding when I said that. So I woke up and I was like, we're joking, right? She calls me and she's like, all right, we have 3 places to go look at. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, we said we're building a med spa. We're building a med spa. And I was like, all right, hell yeah, let's do this, right? And I said, we're just going to go look at places. We're not going to be able to afford anything. What's wrong with her? Mm-hmm. And here we are. We built a med spa.
Was it one of those 3? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm curious.
So back to the business. Which one did you choose?
Was it one of those 3 buildings? No, it was something completely different.
Completely off.
So how long did it take you to find the right place?
Probably about a week and a half.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened that night. That spicy margarita, though, it
lingered. You kept with it. You stayed with it.
Yeah. And I was like, she's lying. We're not building a med spa. Come on, right? Oh, no, we built one. So I was like, oh, man, okay, here we go,
Yeah.
I had to tell my the job that I loved and worked forever that I was going to go part-time. I was no longer going to be their clinical director, and I was just going to be done with it. And they were a little shook. They were like, what is wrong with her? No, absolutely not. She's not leaving anywhere. And I was like, no, guys, I am. I'm kind of done, I'm done traveling. I traveled so much.
Yeah, I bet that gets exhausting.
It was beautiful. I mean, who doesn't want to go at, 5-star hotel in a robe and room service every day?
Wow, now that you put it that way.
But it does get, yes, those are all the glamorous stuff, but you miss your daughter's soccer ball, whatever. You miss all these events that people don't understand how gruesome it is when you travel and you miss everything. Mm-hmm. So it's actually taken a whole year to figure Linda, the med spa, a routine, trying to rekindle some of the relationships that you kind of lose in between, Yeah.
So. Yeah. From people who don't take the news so great. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they don't take the news so great, or you're been traveling for such a long time, you kind of lost some of those relationships.
Yeah. So what made this kind of go to become a passion of yours? What was it about being? Is it the esthetician? I don't know what to call the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
the aesthetic world?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. So tell me what made that your passion. What kept you going in this direction. I mean, you opened a whole med spa, so tell me.
Yeah. So when I finally started working with lasers, I had a 14-year-old girl that needed laser hair removal, and I saw her transition from kind of hair in her face, low self-esteem, to this brilliant, beautiful person after just doing laser hair removal. And it wasn't, it was just a self-esteem kind of thing.
Yeah.
So helping her, just kind of fueled that passion that, if you can do that with just laser hair, can you imagine what you can do when you help them with their skincare and their pigment and just the stuff that we feel low about, which, now they teach us don't be low about anything, but I'm like, girl, that brown spot hurts.
Yeah. I know. I follow your socials.
I think I need to now. I didn't know 14-year-olds could get laser hair removal.
She had a couple of other issues, of course, like PCOS, endometriosis, had been going to other doctors, and it was just kind of she had a lot of irritation from other stuff. It was just a big ordeal. And finally, we got one thing under control that led to, something else. And they can, as long as they've already kind of gotten to puberty. So they can do that.
Props to that mom.
Yeah.
For letting her do that. Because I know a lot of moms that are like,
yes.
No. You're
too young.
Yeah.
And it probably was do I recommend you to start your 14-year-old to go get laser hair? Probably not, right? Because they're going to need more touch-up. But in that case, it was a little bit different.
Special case.
Yeah, she had ingrown hairs. The only thing that was going to help was a little bit of laser hair to thin out those hair follicles, stop the infections, and all that. So
I love that.
Yeah, it was a really good time. So that kind of just drove the passion there. Have you guys had laser hair?
I've never.
Lauren.
I know.
I don't feel like I need it.
Okay.
on my face. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm not a hairy person.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know why.
Are you really Mexican?
I'm just kidding, right?
Just kidding.
You can tell on my face, but my body, I just don't grow hair for some reason.
You got the good gene.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm hairy.
Yeah, I'm hairy too. I was hairy. I'm like a skin cat now.
Girl, me too.
No, I love laser hair removal. Ryan's actually talking about it too now, so I'm like, well, you got an appointment soon.
All over your body?
Would I? Yeah, it's also expensive, so
But where are you getting it done though?
So I've had laser hair removal on my bikini line.
Okay,
but
I think you told me that.
It's because I struggled with kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
my follicle. I was a kid who was embarrassed. You were shaving.
Follicles.
It was because it was perfectly smooth. I just shaved, but you could still see the hair. And so as a teenager, I got it in my 20s because I was still having it. And then obviously I paid for it myself. But I was like, oh, I can't feel comfortable in a bathing suit because it's not working for me. And so then I got it, and I was like, best thing ever.
Best investment ever.
Yeah. I would. I mean, you have to tell me though, does it mess with your tattoos?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't do it because I have so many tattoos now. So I'm like, should I have done this before?
Yep.
I got my tattoo.
You should have done it. You should have thought about them before.
I got one leg that's free.
But guess what? I can remove your tattoos too.
I don't want them removed. Can you?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Don't you worry.
I love them. Those are just as expensive.
No, and it's even more expensive getting them removed.
Yeah, so I've heard. And then I've heard about the pain.
The pain.
I've also seen, so there's it's up in the air now. Apparently some of them are painless. And some of them are it's obviously Instagram, but they show where they get the removal and then instantly it's gone. I was like, how fake is that? That is no way it's instantly removing this tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, is that real?
Yeah.
It can instantly, or you can still get a scarring.
All you're seeing is just something called frosting, right?
Okay.
So you see it where it kind of turns white after we do the first pass. And to us, that's a clinical endpoint telling us that was a good treatment, Then you break down all that ink and your body eats it up. So then it kind of brings that color back up. So whatever your body didn't eat up, then all that color comes back up to the surface. So it's just lighter at the time. But
Okay.
yes, it's all fake.
I was like, the fact that they just like erased it really quick. I was like, wow.
Don't believe everything you say. Haven't you learned? Don't believe everything.
I was like, poor people are being sold on this, and they go in and their tattoo's still there. Especially with those old school tattoos, because they were going in hard and putting that ink in. So we're off topic here.
Do you have any tattoos?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'd never got one. My daughter always says, "Mom, let's get a mom and daughter tattoo," and I'm like, "No, there's nothing that I love so much that I need on my body."
Yeah.
I'm like, but I like piercings, and I just got my ears pierced. I told John that was. When you're past your 40s, girls, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
I've heard that your ear piercings hurt no matter what. But I have tiny ears, so my ears can't get any more piercing. I could get piercings. But I'm like, they're so tiny. What other little earrings did I put on these things?
We can find somewhere, I guarantee you.
I've always wanted the bar one. But again, my ears are so tiny.
Oh, that one would hurt.
It looks cool.
I heard that one hurts.
I've heard it does too. But I again,
how do we feel about the eyebrow?
Dude, no, I would never get an eyebrow piercing.
That was so 1989. Like, that was back in my days.
Everybody
who
walked in with an eyebrow piercing?
Stop it. Who?
Who do you think?
Wait, Bobby.
No. That would have been her. When she was little. Okay. No, my mom.
Stop. My mom did too. I was at my grandparents' house and she went out.
And they came back in and then
she had a freaking barbell. That is so funny.
I'm dead. No way.
Yes.
I'm going to need to laser that next time.
Next time you see her, you're going to be like,
I know, I'm going to be like, she's going to be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I know secrets.
Oh, yes. I remember sitting on the floor. She walks in and there's like an eyebrow piercing on her. Yes. I was like, what is happening here?
That is so funny. I remember that. We have that exact same memory.
Wow.
That's awesome.
We find so many things out. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned your daughter.
Yes.
Right? Okay. You want to give us a little tea on that? I know your daughter is not my age. She's younger than me.
My daughter is 27 years old.
27. Beautiful, by the way. Saw her at Pilates. She reminds me of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. She is a nurse in Houston and recently moved back, or moving back. And she's on a health fitness journey. So I'm only drinking water right now, and
she's on one, so you're only drinking.
She meal preps. She does this she wants to do this bodybuilding stuff or competition. Yeah. So it's really hardcore apparently. Mm-hmm. So I feel every time she's eating real healthy, I'm eating a cookie. I'm like, what the, But anyways, she's
separate journeys.
Yeah.
Separate journeys.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, your journey does not have to be mine. Okay, let me eat my taco in peace.
But look, I do have a glass of water, so we're good.
But yeah, so she's coming back to Dallas, and I'm stoked. She's been kind of gone since college, and it's going to be a nice to have her back more often and around the family a lot more.
So she's a nurse.
She is.
So does she want to touch some needles?
We kind of talked a little bit about that, but I think she's kind of doing her own thing. And I'm trying not to be that overbearing mother that tells her what to do yet.
But it's always open, though,
I said that. I was like, when you're ready, we can teach you a few things or send you to some courses. But
I've always wanted to stick needles in people.
You have?
Stay away from
I'm fascinated with the aesthetic world. So just seeing it be done to people and the changes and whatnot. It's been so.
You've been around it for a long time too.
I have. If I had my nursing license, I probably would have joined forces with my mom.
Yeah,
but
you can still. You don't have. Well, it's hard to have a business with your family.
Butts, all right. I did it for 10 years. I'm done.
not crying.
Actually, now everything is so different. They go to more simulation rooms.
Oh, I saw.
They don't no longer. They'll do some clinical stuff, I'm sure, but it's just completely different. what I went through and like what my daughter went through, I'm like, y'all got it easy. Yeah. No, it's hard for them, but
I did see the freaky child. Did you see that in the pediatric ward or whatever, where when they're training, there's like a robot child and it's just like moving like this.
No.
It's freaky.
What? Why?
Put it right here.
It's gonna be hovering. I won't see it until the episode's out. But
you know which one I just saw, and I was like, yeah, see, this is why I did not do this. Was they were delivering a baby, and it was like an actual, like, I don't know if I can say this, you can bleep it out, but it's a vagina and the baby is coming out of it and it's fake, but that's how they're learning how like to catch the baby and everything. I'm like, oh, why are we showing this on Instagram? You know, like what?
What is my algorithm on?
Exactly. I'm like, why? What's happening here?
I quit nursing school a long time ago.
Flashback. She just starts crying.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I kind of brought up your daughter because I know you mentioned to me before you had her when you were a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was very young, actually.
And you. That's kind of something we like to touch on is just kind of like the journey. Like we have a lot of listeners who have been young moms.
Okay.
And so they're all kind of experiencing life, obviously at different stages, each one of us. But to give like to you, you're so bubbly and like I love your medspa and like hearing your story, it's awesome. So like kind of diving into that, like how was having a daughter so young but still being able, like you still experience the world. I mean, I know you miss some things, but how was the journey of being a mom and balancing like those high level like jobs and stuff like that?
Well, you have a daughter, you know that it's hard balancing everything, right? But I don't know. I just did not let myself give up. Like it was everything I did was for them. And I know you know my daughter, but I also have a son, and they are 16 months apart.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had two at the same time. They were like little twins. And it was a really big struggle.
Yeah.
But I didn't let myself fail, and I was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get out of this small ass town that everybody knows my business.
Wait, where are you from?
West Texas.
She's not telling him.
Are all of our guests from West Texas?
I mean, apparently there's something in the water there. Like,
I just love it because we do have a lot of guests from West Texas, like from Lubbock and whatnot, and it's just cool, like interviewing you guys. Like here now, I don't know. It's just something special.
We all got out.
We've advocated for like, you know, change, like get out of your hometown, you know, and now we're here with all of these cool people, including you. So,
Yay. West Texas people are the best.
They really are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so West Texas, and I said I was going to get out, and I was like, I got to get out because I'm not going to do anything. So I applied for nursing school, and I said, this is it. I'm going to Dallas. I had an aunt that lived here, kind of helped me a little bit get on my feet. And then I just started school and started doing all that. Met my husband after I said, I ain't meeting no boys. Boys are the devil right now.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just kind of find them when you least expect them, you know?
Yeah.
So he's been a wonderful part of my journey. And I think because of him, I've kind of been able to do what I have now. Because if it wasn't for him, girl, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
Honestly,
a supportive partner.
Very, yeah. You have to have one.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in what, like in a business, you have to have a supportive, you know, that's supportive. You kind of balance each other out. Otherwise, like if it's a business, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a friendship, anything, you have to have that partner that kind of balances you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So just the struggle, I mean, you guys, I don't know. I don't know how I did it, but I just was not going to fail.
You did it.
Look, yeah, you made it. You're here now. All right, so let's get a little bit into the tea. I want to know about all of these social media trends. That are, not all of them. Okay, we're not going to go through all of them. There's too many out there. But how do you feel watching, because your algorithm has to be
Yes.
in the aesthetic world. But that's all your feed. So
Yeah.
tell me when you see these like cringeworthy like trends that come up that tell the girls the morning shed,
Yeah.
like that. First of all, I love the play on it where so many people have like hangers in their
how do you
hair, and, like, the mouth tape,
Yeah.
and all of this stuff. And I'm like, first of all, that seems like I would be so paranoid at night, like trying to sleep. Like, why are we doing all of this work?
I mean, I think some of those trends, I'm like, one, unnecessary, right? Like, just why are you taping the sides and your mouth? And I saw this girl, I was like, what is that? Like, if I woke up like that next to my husband, I probably wouldn't have one. He's supportive and all, but like, I'd be like, honey, I mean, like some of those things, fine. If they work for you, great, do them. If it makes you feel better, that's great. But, as long as you're doing your nightly routine, washing your face, doing your retinols at night and a little moisturizer, you are going to age gracefully. And I think that's what the aesthetic world misses sometimes is like, we still need to age gracefully,
Yeah.
I do not have Kris Jenner money. And a lot of people do not have Kris Jenner money. And I'm saying that because if y'all have seen her recent photos, it's going to take you a long time to do those types of correction. And a little tape here and a little mouth tape is not going to get it for you.
So I shouldn't rub a banana peel on my face.
No, don't do a banana peel. Don't.
Just like slapping the banana peel on me at night.
So we've heard about the vampire facial, right?
Ooh, yes.
Which is great. So not to get weird or anything, but what about the menstrual blood facial?
Oh, God. Or the placenta facial.
Okay, I haven't heard about that one.
First of all, where are they getting? It's like, is she just birthed the baby? What's happening? How do you get a placenta facial? I want to know how this happens.
Oh, and they eat it too for like anti-aging.
I've seen them where they make the placenta into pills.
You can encapsulate it, yeah.
Yeah, but all I'm picturing is like, just like slapping it on you after labor.
Like taking a
whole placenta.
Just give that bad boy to me.
That's gross.
We got it. We got wild. We wildin' on a Monday night. That's funny.
These are not tips. Do not take these home.
Yes, please do not try this at home, please.
Except for the vampire facial.
I love a vampire facial.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the vampire facial. Okay, vampire facial is microneedling, right, with PRP, which is your platelet-rich plasma. And it's just supposed to be one of the best treatments out there. It's good for all skin types. It's good for anyone that wants to do corrective or preventative work, maintenance work as well, too. I think that's my favorite treatment. One, because you don't really have a lot of downtime. The platelet-rich plasma helps heal the skin a lot quicker and faster. It's also your body, right? So there's no chemicals or anything like that. So somebody that's going through a holistic journey or maybe more on a wellness kick, then this is a great treatment for them too.
Yeah. Okay.
Rather than fillers or Botox.
Yeah.
It looks scary.
It does look scary. I mean, it is a little bit of a longer process, right? So we draw your blood, we spin it down, we extract the red blood cells and the white blood cells, and we kind of use the plasma in that and kind of put it on your skin.
Do I get paid for that?
I know, right? I was just thinking. I was like, so I get paid.
How much is plasma going nowadays?
Can I just get a little bit of that?
Can you sell a little bit and I get a discount?
Did I ever do that?
I've
No.
never done that.
You never sold your plasma?
No. But see, I had so many friends who did it, being back in Lubbock, all the college kids who were trying to make money really quick. But I don't like needles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, stay from me unless you gotta
give me all the needles. I did PRP and actual filler.
Okay,
PRP,
yeah.
And it was the craziest experience of my life.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
Did you see results?
I don't guess I really noticed, to be honest with you.
Well, you have perfect skin. You
thank
probably
you.
don't need it.
It's time for me to get my forehead done again.
She's showing too many emotions.
This is why I have bangs today.
Get out of here. I'm going to shove her to the door. Okay. Have you ever had a time where you've had to tell a client, like, nah, like, hey, we've done a little bit too much work.
Really?
Let's chill.
6 months ago, I just told her no. I was like, so she came in and she, I knew her from the past, right? Like kind of in my sales rep role. And she said, I just need a little filler. My plastic surgeon is out and I need you to like touch it up a little bit. And I was like, okay, just come in. Like, oh, I was like, I haven't seen her in a while, So I was like, just come in, let me look at them. Girl, no. I said, oh, I'm going to need to dissolve that before I could go back in. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want to. But they probably had a lot of syringes in there. And I was like, yeah, that's not a touch-up, but that's not a little bit. That's a no at this point.
I've seen a lot of those TikToks where these girls have the blindness, I guess. And they truly do, probably because they've been getting it. So, and maybe their esthetician doesn't dissolve them when they're supposed to, and they're just like, I'll give me your $500 for a syringe.
No, that's the one thing I was like, you are the last person that touched you is who they talk about, right? And so that was not going to be me. I was like, no, actually I would need to dissolve. Like if you want anything done today, dissolving is where we're going to start at. Yeah. And she didn't like it very much. So I was like, I would just recommend for you to wait for your plastic surgeon to come back and then y'all can do whatever.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah. Because it was like, oh, no. And there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference in the world of like a med spa world, a derm world, and a plastic surgeon world. Like, plastic surgeon world, like they're if they get cut once, I think they will always want that. Like, it's just the instant gratification, Dermatology world, it's like, okay, just a little tweaks here and there. And then the med spa world is a little bit of both. I mean, nobody cuts, right? But it's a little bit more aggressive. So at some point, you have to tell them no.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of times.
I'm just like picturing.
I know,
like someone walking in, like Linda's like, get around. Actually, I have some sunscreen, so take this.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you ain't walking out without no sunscreen, okay? I know how much you're outdoors. I did one time though call my patient. I had just resurfaced her face. And I said, no sun exposure, you got to wait, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay. And everything was good. And then all of a sudden I'm on Preston and I see her in her convertible. So I call her and I'm like, is that you on Preston? And she was like, yes, all excited. I'm like, you better put your top on. I just resurfaced your face.
That is hilarious.
And she was like, oh my God, Linda, I can't believe you can see me. And I was like, girl, that...
She just drives faster.
She's like
that is funny.
But I will call you out. Sorry. That's
you
my
should.
work. That's my work. Yeah. If you ruin that.
Yeah. And then they're going to go mess up somewhere.
Look what Linda did.
What happened? Who did that to you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Like, people are funny. Especially like social media too. If you start following your clients, you're like, what? Is this an old photo you posted?
Yeah.
I'll be like, I know I just chemical peeled you. Where are you?
Well, we when we first started this podcast, I was telling Lauren, like, I followed her mom, and her mom would make me laugh because she was taking these daily walks and she had this giant face shield on.
The UV shield.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, this is just her. And I was like, she makes me want to take care of my skin. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I have one of those too. And I took it to the beach and my husband's like, he's like, I'm not sitting by you. I'm bye. And
you're going to be like, you're going to be 80 and I'm going to look 40 still.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my melasma's not going to turn brown this summer.
There will be no hyperpigmentation on his face.
Yeah. What about y'all? What's a treatment that you like kind of see all the time? Tell me what your age has seen. Like, what are the trends?
Treatments. I feel like a lot of red light therapy right now.
Oh, yes. Sorry, let's stop on that. You posted something today. And you asked about the mask.
Yeah.
And I commented because I was like, I'm glad you posted this because I wanted to ask about it. Tell me what a red light does. We've talked about this, what the mask actually do for your face, because I'm like, is it a trend? Does everybody buy these? Like, are they worth it? What do you have to do in order for it to actually work? Because I'm picturing people who buy it and then they just like slap it on their face and expect it to do what it needs to do.
Heal me.
Yeah. So I think that a lot of the tools that are sold, like TikTok or you can buy on Amazon and all that, LED masks, they work. They are designed for you to, use them and work. The problem is the consistency of things, right? We're not consistent. We'll use them for the first 2 days and I don't want to wash my face. I'm not going to do it. And then it just lingers. 2 weeks later, you didn't use it. A month later, you still didn't use it, right? So, but if you were to be very consistent, these things will work if they are used how they were designed to be used. The LED masks have to be between certain nanometers, right? 650, 850 nanometers. They have to have a certain type of light bulbs and stuff in order for them to actually work. So like, you can use the one off of Amazon and it'll probably work, but it's going to take you a lot longer, maybe, a lot longer of a time that maybe you don't have the time to do that. So, I mean, again, red light therapy, it's fantastic. I mean, it just helps with anti-aging, fine lines, wrinkles, inflammation. Somebody that has a lot of redness or healing issues, that's a really good treatment. And it's very inexpensive, because if you think about how many times you're going to use it, it'll probably be better for you to do something like that.
Yeah.
When you're sick, it's supposed to be good because it calms down the inflammation internally as well. If you have like a sprain, like I put my LED mask like on my knee sometimes because I'm old.
Interesting.
Yeah, my husband.
My ankle.
Yeah. Purchase. Let me add this to my Amazon cart.
My husband plays soccer, and sometimes I'll put it on his, on his sprained muscles. So I think, again, like if you're just consistent with it, it'll work. You just have to make sure you find the correct one that is going to be. The one that I got is Omnilux, and I'm a retail seller now. Y'all can get it at LV.
Go get it. Go get it.
But it's a really good one. It's been out for a very long time. And the reason for it, anything that I bring into the office, it needs to either be clinically shown, have some kind of data of some sort. I try it first before any of my patients, just because I'm like, I need to make sure that it works, right? It's not a dollar sign for me. I want to make sure that if you're using it, it's because you need it and it's going to help you, not just because I need your money. I mean, I do need your money, but
I mean, that's a bonus, but
yeah. So yeah, LED. Okay, Lauren said LED.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
Yeah, I'm following this girl and she keeps talking about. I mean, look, I see Botox things now. I saw our video the other day and I was like, am I actually getting lines on the side of my face?
Stop it.
You know what?
You're a baby.
I know I am. And I think I've told like Lord and a few people, I was like, I don't ever have to get, maybe I'll probably eventually have to get Botox on my forehead, but my forehead's so tiny that it's just like, I was like, that's one thing about this good little forehead.
Wait till your daughter gets older.
Thanks. It's already happening.
Do this,
my eyebrows are already like that all the time.
They're like, what are you saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not too much stuff pops up on mine. I've got a lot of the hair things that pop up on mine because I'm just dreaming about a day I can get that done.
What, like a hair wash?
Yeah. Those.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do one of those.
What do you mean?
It's the
hair spa?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I went and had one of those. We had a
tell me
girl
about it.
Amazing.
Okay. So yes, the part where they do all of that was amazing. Just the experience was not. Just the outside stuff. It got a little crazy. They just had a lot of parties, and when they overbook themselves, it's just kind of like But the hair washing thing and just the sound and like it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
They have like a little electrode that they put over your head or something like that. To,
I
like,
think some of them, some of them do. Mine was a little rush. So
We're like,
we ain't got
why
time."
did you overbrush? I've seen the ones where they like grab the top of their hair too and they
Yes.
shake it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that all looks so
So nice.
Yeah,
Just
and
get Ryan to do that for you.
he's like mad at me that day. He's like,
Yeah. You enjoy it.
no, I mean, like I see so many things about just our average facials, and I think it's because I have looked up. I like what type of facial works for me. What do I need?
Dermaplaning.
yeah.
Dermaplaning.
That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites because I'm so fucking hairy.
Yeah, you are. Didn't want to say nothing.
After she just said she's not hairy. This whole
On my face, I am. This is where I am
Dermaplanes her entire
Mexican.
body.
yeah. That's a very popular treatment right now too. It's just like, removing all of the hair. It's so nice
And
because
then
then
the
you put
suction thing. What is it?
the suction, the
Mhm.
hydrofacials.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. You don't
Oh.
need it, but
I need it.
It's so nice.
If there was one treatment you could get in the next month, what would it be?
Cheek filler.
I'm looking.
just
Do you see my
kidding.
Could you imagine it bigger?
Did you see my face? I was like,
I just wanted to pick the most scariest thing.
You just see me next time I come in. I was like, Linda did not say no.
yeah, exactly. She lied to us.
You know what? I've played around with doing a lip flip, but only on my. I don't think you do it on your bottom lip, do you? You just do it on the top,
so.
right? But
You can. It depends on your lip. Though.
Well, I don't know. I've played around with that idea, but then I'm scared of needles, so I'm not that big of a
You're
fan
numb
of them.
though.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. There's a needle
Yeah, you
in my
get
eyesight.
a little vibrating thing and put it on your. You just kind
Yeah.
of put music on.
Look at that.
You'll never know it's done.
Ryan's gonna listen to this and he's like, "You better not." Because I did
Ryan?
I was telling him, I was like, I thought about it. When we went to your
Yeah.
open house thing, I think I'd won something. I was like, maybe I'll try it. And he was like, "Do not start." And I was like, "Okay,
Okay.
it's fine.
He
It's
needs
fine."
to
I was
leave
only,
you alone.
I was only playing around with the idea. It's okay. Okay.
I was just thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do it.
I did it.
That's when I should have came back with that trend. When people glued their top lip to just the top. Yeah. Like, no.
Oh my God.
Came home like that.
You should. Oh my God. Please do that.
She
Next time I come visit you, I'm gonna have to do that.
You're
Just
going to
come home.
have to just put a little tape or something there and
Yeah.
then just be like, I saw Linda today.
Just talking like this.
Oh no, but I do know. Okay, because I see your stuff. I would like to try a laser. So I do know that I have sun damage on my
Yeah.
face because I played sports. I played softball my entire life. So I've not always been great with sunblock, and still to this day I miss sometimes. But I know that my face has been beat by the sun, and so I know on top of my freckles, I know where I have them, but I know that I have a few sunspots. So something about with your lasers, I think that would be super cool. Something that I would try. But
IPLs.
Mhm.
We have an Ultra that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah, and I'll always laser hair removal. Where I don't have tattoos, I'll go take that today.
I'm going to put you down on the model list. We're going to need to fix that, okay, Des?
Yes, so I'm down.
Speaking of social media trends, have you ever had somebody come into your office and be show you a picture of an influencer or something and be I want to look just like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have both. So where they come in and they want to look like that, and then some that show me I don't want to look like that.
Okay.
I get a lot of I don't want to look like that.
That's
But
better.
I think, yeah. And then I'm like, don't worry, you don't got enough money to look like that anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But, because sometimes they bring celebrities and I'm like, that's not just what we're about to do. That's more cutting on your face. That's more
Yeah.
plastic surgery. So that's why I always say we probably don't have the average Joe Kris Jenner or whatever. But yeah, I've had one and I put a treatment plan for her, but hers wasn't like she wants to look like that. She just wants like the quality of skin like that. And that I can achieve, right? When those are realistic expectations.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't like really said, oh, I can get you there, but I can get you there, but it's going to take some time and some consistency and being consistent on like using your skincare products and stuff. So yeah.
We're on theme from last episode. We got to do the work.
Dang it.
I think that's what people don't realize is that you have to do the work.
Yeah.
On top of the money if you want the extra. So it's not just the money. You got to make sure you get the extra work in there as well.
Well, and I think that when people see like these celebrities have these perfect and amazing skin, I'm like, that's fantastic. But they also don't see the part where they have a facialist. Mm-hmm. They have somebody that cook for them, right? They have somebody, they go work out 3 times a day because that is their job, not like us working a 9 to 5 and still hauling the kids to softball and everything else, trying to cook dinner at 9 o'clock. So I think the realistic of like reality of life is there's a misconception there sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure. So what you're saying is we all need nannies.
Nannies, sugar daddies,
chefs, personal trainers. Let's make the list.
Personal trainers, yes.
I wish.
Okay, so have you ever worked with anybody famous or semi-famous? But I like famous better, so let's go that way.
Yeah, so I've worked with a lot of famous people. Let me see who I can say.
Don't
I work
break
with.
your non-disclosure.
Yeah, I know. I'm like thinking who I can say I worked with Colton Underwood. And I don't know if you know who he is, but
the Bachelor guy.
He was on The Bachelor.
I love Colton.
Yeah, Colton Underwood. I've worked with Paris Hilton.
Wow.
Let's see, who else did I work with that I can say? I was on The Real Housewives of Dallas.
What?
Girl,
you were?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back and watch this season.
Okay, so I was there when they did their launch for their laser at Lemon Avenue, and I'm telling you this story because I had to sign, all these papers and saying like if I get to be on the show, I can't disclose it until an X amount of time, and they're going to tell you what episode you are going to be aired on, right?
Yeah.
Girl, please, they cut me out. I was not on it. They showed me like coming off my car and that was it. It was so funny. Because they were like, you're on episode this. And I was like, I am? Like, they're like, Linda, we saw you. I'm like, you did? Like, where? Coming off your car. And I was like, I'm dead.
You made it.
That would be like on my social media from now on. Like, look at this one time. I was
just make it a GIF.
Just you, this like short 5-second reel. Like,
it was so funny. And I was like, wow. And I wasn't even supposed to be there. It was one of my coworkers, but they were like, she can't go, so can you go? Can you fill in? And I was like, oh, yeah. Girl, I didn't know who anybody was. First of all, I like binge watched everybody on the show. I was like, I need to figure out what this is all about. What is Real Housewives of anything? And
it was know anything.
I didn't even know anything. Oh, okay. But they were actually filming and doing the producing and stuff. And it was kind of really cool to see, like, that's not real either. Reality TV is not real either.
Yeah. You need to yell at her and then call her a bitch and then
exactly. You're right on point, girl. It was fun. So
that one was short lived. The Dallas, they were like, y'all are not.
Y'all ain't Dallasing enough here. Okay. Have y'all worked with anybody?
No, I wish.
One day.
We will.
One day we're going to have someone here at the podcast.
Like, I'm going to right now on the camera, you're watching this. It's going to be you.
We're going to manifest. Yes. Manifesting.
Yes, that'd be so good. We're trying. We're seeing where we can connect. Okay. So do you have any questions for us as we obviously got into the chatty talk? Do you have any others for us? Because we're going to end it on some topics with you.
Oh. No questions yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually I do. Why are you wearing that New York Yankees? I need to get you a Dodgers one.
Oh, I'll take it. I like the Dodgers colors, honestly.
I'm just kidding.
I like anything.
No, it's a cute shirt. But I was looking at it and I was like,
I didn't wear 10 of my New York Yankees.
Yeah. She's the actual Yankee fan. I am a fan of anything that's a shirt. So.
Yeah. Anything sporty.
You give me, I love the Dodgers colors. So I will always take something blue. But no, I'm not a big fan. I'm barely a fan of the Rangers. I'm actually not a fan of the Rangers.
Oh, man. Lauren, we're going to have to drag her to a game, a baseball game.
You know what? I'm a softball mom. I would like to go see professional Actually, there's some cool things happening with softball these days.
Yeah, there is.
So apparently the MLB invested in the professional softball world. I was like, as they should.
Yeah, finally.
So, seriously. So I'm hoping within the next few years that's what happens to the softball world. They just kind of like blow up, and then I'll be like, I'm no longer wearing MLB stuff.
Wearing softball stuff.
All softball
stuff. And Frisco got their, what is that? The banana baseball. You know the banana club baseball.
The Frisco got
people? Frisco got one.
Oh really?
Yeah, we'll have to look and see what's their name.
That would be
but
fun.
Yeah. Do you think you could focus in like? Obviously I'm not talking about on the game. I'm talking about like if you were having to play, like come in as a guest.
If I take my binoculars, is that what you're saying?
Could you focus?
I feel like they're like, Lauren, the ball's on third. I'm like, oh.
You focus right in and it's just Arlo right in your eyeballs.
Mom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's why.
That was my only question. Sorry.
I like that you were like, the Dodgers are my team.
I'm like, I'm kidding.
Wasn't the Dodgers, aren't they the ones that had the really hot coach for a minute? No?
She's like,
Maybe
Giants?
It was Giants.
It was the Giants.
I pictured just
a little distracted when you're watching baseball.
I played the fifth.
I only know the coach.
I'm only watching it because of the coach, okay? Leave me alone.
That was me with Tech for quite a while.
With Tech?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
The college football team. What was his name? No. What do you mean,
The one that went on to be a professional coach.
What's his name? Why is it?
I keep wanting to say Kaepernick, but that's Colin Kaepernick. That's a whole nother person.
He gave me like Ryan Gosling vibes, kind of.
He was the one that coached Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
I'm
not
know? Good with names. I can see like his face, but I'm not good with names.
I have to.
You'll have to look it up for us.
All right, while she's looking this up.
Okay.
For someone totally new to the med spa world, when they walk in your door, what is the first thing they should start with? Where should they start as far as I'm walking in? I don't know. I know I need to come here, but I don't know what I actually need to get done.
So we'll start with doing like just a face consultation, right? We just do a consultation. We kind of try to figure out what is your main concern? And I think at the end of the day, it's always what you see first, right? Is it your brown spots? Is it your loss of laxity? I mean, what is it the thing that you want to correct? I always start with skincare. I think that that's the most important thing is skincare because your foundation is really what's going to hold any result that I'm going to do. And, you know, like I know that you guys see all of this stuff and it's expensive, but skincare doesn't have to be expensive, okay? You can do store brands and you're okay with that. Mm-hmm. But there's at some point you start plateauing, your skin corrects at a certain level, and then you need to start doing other things more corrective, right? Like retinols and vitamin C's and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, just skincare, I think that's the number one thing is getting on a good skincare regimen, wearing sunscreen. I mean, if you can wear sunscreen and a hat, that's going to help you from not aging as quickly.
Yeah.
And then maybe doing a few facials. Like if you it just depends on your budget too when you come in. But I think skincare, doing a good thorough cleanses, like some hydrofacials of some sort. And then we can start kind of addressing other things as well, too, as you're seeing the changes in your own skin, too, because you will see changes in the little things of just skincare and a little cleanse.
Yeah.
With like a deeper cleanse, like a hydrofacial.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Get up in the med spas. Specifically LV if you are here in this area.
Yes.
Did you figure out who it was?
No.
Wow.
It keeps saying Cliff
Kingsbury.
Yeah, but it wasn't him.
A football coach?
Yes.
He's the only young one they've had lately.
Maybe. I swear it wasn't Cliff.
That's why I said he was ugly. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
No.
Okay, so let's end on a little bit of this or that.
Okay.
And okay, so if you could only pick one treatment forever, micro needling or chemical peel?
Microneedling.
Why?
It's going to do a lot more corrective, fine lines and wrinkles, texture, tone, pores, oily skin, a little bit more.
Okay.
Chemical peels, depending on the chemical peel, but I don't like to slough, so I'm going to go with microneedling.
Okay. What's actually worth your drawer space? Jade roller or high frequency wand?
Oh.
Just like neither.
I would probably say a jade roller. I would probably use it more than a high frequency one.
Okay.
Like if I have to charge it, I lost the charger already. The high frequency one, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But good choices.
What's more overrated? Lip flip, or lip filler?
Overrated? Right now, lip filler is a little overrated. People are trying to dissolve their lips. They want more natural looking lips. The duck lips are out, and natural lips are in. So.
I am a fan that lips are becoming natural again.
Yeah, me too.
As I see more women, and I'm like, yeah, I know you have a little something in your lips, but they look so much better.
Yes.
Natural.
And listen. I got mine dissolved and I'm already ready to go back.
Are you serious? Yeah. Did it hurt?
It was spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Just
was.
a tiny bit.
I don't think there was ever a point, though, where I was like, Lauren, what's going on with your lips?
It migrated a little bit a few years back, so it was definitely time to dissolve it. Yeah.
There comes a point where, like, you have to get your lips dissolved. Like, if I've told my injector many times, I'm like, I want my lips. And she's like, nope, you're going to dissolve them first. And I'm like, I don't want to go through that. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep what I have.
It's so hard. I did not want to dissolve them, but I was like, I need to do it.
Yeah. So overrated right now, overfilled lips, not lip filler, because I think that that's a misconception. People are still doing filler. Mm-hmm. They just want more natural appearance. So overfilled lips.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They're just straight lip line. Yeah. We're
gonna have to give you that. I know, we're gonna have to give you that just so you can experience it once. We'll tie her down, Lauren.
I'm going to.
I'm too much of a person when I like something. I'm like, oh, okay. Why did I never? Okay. Face mask, clay or sheet?
Sheet. Well,
are they doing anything?
Yes and no. I mean, clay masks, if you have acne, if you're like trying to clean out your sebaceous filaments, if you're, trying to do that, then yeah, those are going to work. But I think clay masks are more for like a treatment room. Uh-huh. And I think at-home therapy should be like a sheet mask. It's just going to moisturize your skin. It's going to hydrate you. So yeah, I would say sheet masks. And they're a little more accessible too, nowadays.
Yeah. See, now I know. There's certain ones. I know that there's certain ones, but I'm always like, are these actually? I know it says it has all these good things, but is it actually working?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hydrating your skin. That's it. Like, is it correcting you? Again, you have to be consistent, using it consistently all the time for it to actually get that smidge of hyaluronic acid in there.
You're leaving it on for like an hour, 2 hours.
Now, put your sheet mask and your LED mask, maybe.
Oh, there we go. Get that new routine going.
That's right.
Tips and tricks.
All right, last one because we've been touching on that.
Okay.
SPF 30 or I use it when it's sunny. What's the worst SPF habit you've seen every week? So something you've seen where people are like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to put it on daily, but you know what? It's cloudy outside.
It's cloudy outside.
I don't need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the misconception of SPF is like, it's cloudy, I don't need to wear it. Or I put on 100, so that should be fine, right? And I'm like, no, that's got more parabens and it's got more stuff because it's got to stabilize the zinc oxide and the titanium dioxide. So Skin Counselor Foundation says SPF 30 and above, and that is all. Like reapply it every 2 hours, put it on before you go outdoors, and that's it. You can reapply it, great. If not, try to stay under the shade, wear a hat. And that's pretty much it. You don't have to be a hermit. I always say, good, you still need your vitamin D. I think that's why we have so much depression is nobody goes outdoors nowadays too. A little bit of vitamin D. We all need just a little sunshine.
You better believe I got that sublingual vitamin D in my routine.
She said sublingual.
Maybe I am a 10 sub girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. You got anything? I'm gonna start wrapping it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
What is your favorite brand of sunscreen right now? Speaking of,
well, LV has their own SPF.
Nice. Well, there's the answer, guys.
I knew that one was coming.
I was actually going to say something else. But yeah, LV launched their own skincare brand, and it's SPF 50, good for all skin types. It's tinted, it's glowy.
Love tinted.
It's perfect for all skin types. But I will say that being said, I mean, there's a ton of things out there on the market that are fantastic. Just read the ingredients. Make sure you have the titanium dioxide, the zinc oxide. Try not for it to have a lot of ingredients that you can't pronounce or read. If you can pronounce them, then you're good, So I think at the end of the day, just reapply it. Wear your hat. That's it. That is it. Keep it simple.
Done.
Keep it simple, guys.
Keep it simple. Good thing we love hats.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm like sunscreen and a hat
I'm wearing my
every day.
hat because y'all are always wearing a hat, and I'm gonna wear a hat like them.
And today's the one day.
Yeah. And today I saw you. I'm like, they're not wearing hats.
We were like, she's probably gonna wear a hat. That's not wearing my
Mean Girl vibes.
Yeah.
She's wearing a hat. I was like, I'm gonna wear my trucker hat. They always have their little hats on.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I saw y'all. I was like, oh.
No, we love a hat. We love
love
a
your
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
Love the
Thank
merch.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I got you right here.
Oh.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, I do love a hat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're great.
It's just, you don't have to comb your hair.
Exactly.
Okay, Miss Linda. Well, we've appreciated you. You've dropped so many great tools, tips, everything that we need. I want for you to leave us with some good words for, if you have them. I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Just for women in general. I mean, going to a med spa, taking care of your skin, that's something, it's an investment that we all have to do and put in ourselves. So you're speaking to women right now. So kind of give them your heart and let them get a good spiel from you.
Yeah, I would say probably find social media is so, and if you're not on social media, then
good for you.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe go look at the website. But I just think that that's kind of like a perfect way to know if you vibe with that, that med spa too, because you are investing a lot of money. Also, if you look at the people and you don't want to look like them, I also think that that's very important too. Because, you do start kind of mimicking some of those things as well, too. So I just say go with somebody that you feel comfortable, confident, that's going to educate you, that's going to make you, that kind of brings out the best in you, too. And not just like you feel like you were sold when you get out of there, right? Mm-hmm. And I treat everybody like my family, my friends, Because at the end of the day, that's really what they are. They're not a dollar sign to me. I'm like, you are my walking billboard. You are what is going to tell your friends. You are the one that's going to refer more business to me. So I can put all the Google ads out there. I can do all of this. But at the end of the day, that's not who really, keep referring.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be scary. Just find somebody, and you may have to explore 2-3 different ones until you find the right person that really, helps you and guides you too.
And tells you no when you
need it.
And
exactly.
calls you when they find you in your convertible after you've received treatment.
We recap that. I'm like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that to her. But, I think that just, it is a scary world out there. It is, there's so much on TikTok. There's so much on social media, but it's not every med spa is like that. Yeah. People that are in the med spa world, they're really passionate about what they're doing. They love what they do. They love transforming people, their self-esteem, all of that. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's my med spa or if it's anybody else's. I always just say, just find somewhere where you feel like you belong, like you love going there, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah. Doing the Lord's work.
Oh, yeah. Amen.
And that's the clip we'll start with.
We're like, okay. All right. Do you want to tell people where they can find you again?
Yeah. So I am LV Skin Aesthetics. You can find me in Frisco, Texas. We are at 9300 John Hickman Parkway. We're on social media at LV Skin Aesthetics. And again, my Instagram handle is the Aesthetic Laser Queen. My content's a little different than LV, and mine's more fun, fashion, travel. I don't know what I am anymore, but we're just doing it.
You're you. Yeah. You do what you want to do on your
So yeah, come and see me. If you don't come and see me and you have questions on where you should go, you can always, let me know too, and I can help you and guide you.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, then we'll figure out who does.
Or she'll get it. You never know. If she's sold on it, she'll get it. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you so much for coming and joining us. It was a lot of fun.
Think you for making me laugh, and you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
I needed
taking all the compliments.
She's like 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us for this episode. You got to meet our wonderful guest. We'll be happy to see you next week. Mm-hmm. Make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah. And actually leave a review. You know what? I need you to leave a review.
Yeah. We haven't said that in a while.
No, and it's still important.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Did I really talk about people who have overfilled lips?
Did I really talk about my hairy face?
Did I really call that patient and say, put your convertible top up?
You care. You care, though.
It's the aftercare. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right, guys. We're really out of here this time. And a word from our
sponsors. Are you ready to elevate your brand?
Or are you still working on Canva logos until 2 a.m.?
Let Collective Dallas handle it.
They worked with Fortune 500s to small side hustles like your cousin's biz.
Web design, branding, they do it all.
Visit collectivedallas.com and let the pros handle it.
And if you want to run ads on our podcast,
email us at didwereallypodcast@gmail.com and we'll make your ad sound just as good.